Hello everyone, my name is John, and today what I'm going to be talking about is the quality check process that happens on the site. And so just to start off briefly, I'll just tell you all what exactly the quality check process we're talking about. So the quality check process is not an one-time thing that happens. It happens every single time that there's something happening on the site and it needs to be verified. And it happens throughout the project till the completion happens. And the every stakeholder is shares a part in this process. So if you see in this in the side, every single person from the project owner, general contractor, trade contractor, the architect of record, and the engineer of record, all of them would be involved in this process. For the current scenario, basically we would be having two systems of record. One is the box that the GC would be using, and the other one is the box that the architect would be using. So to start, we start off with the architect sending the bulletin documents over to basically the architect would be using the box wherein they would be uploading the bulletin documents. From there, the project manager of the architect will take the link and would share this link via email to the general contractor project engineer so that they can access the bulletin documents. During this point, we can see that these bulletin documents are directly shared from the architect's box to basically the architect who will be using this document on the site to do any quality check, or basically the engineer of record who will be coming on the site, and finally the project owner, or that is the project manager or the inspector who would be coming on the site. So, but now going with the GC's flow. So from here, the project engineer, they get the bulletin documents from the project manager of the architect, and then they upload it on their personal box. And from there, the project engineer, they download this document and then they start their aggregation process. So basically what aggregation is every single room in a project, all the drawings that are affiliated with that room is screenshotted and they're cropped and then they're aggregated in one PDF. And for that we use Bluebeam, wherein all these documents are aggregated. Once that quality check package is created, we again upload that onto the box, wherein the next process is that the project engineer downloads the QR code link for that package that is there on the box, and then using this QR app that is easily available on the website, on the internet, they convert this link into a QR code. These QR codes are then uploaded on the box again. From there, the site project engineer would download them and print them out, and then they would further paste these QR codes on the site. So now one thing is on the site, even the trade partners need to cross-refer documents. So what they do is they refer to the box that the GC has for any documents that they need to access. But now, essentially, when you move forward, these QR codes, they are scanned by the project engineer on the site, and then this quality check package that is there, it is easily accessible to them. But all the other people who come visit the site, they do not have access to this quality check package. So what ends up happening is that they have to refer to the bulletin documents that are there in the box, whereas the project manager and the architects, the project owners, project manager, and the architects and the engineers, they have to use the ones that are there in the architect's box. Because of this, once they use it, then they verbally communicate whatever issues or concerns they have to the project engineer, where you can see all these communications are coming. And then the project engineer then communicates this to the office project engineer, who then writes an RFI and then communicates to the project manager of the architect. And the project manager then sends in these requests to the architect, and then the architect creates an updated bulletin document, which again goes the same process of sending the email, and the GC gets it, and then the box is updated, and then these quality check packages need to be updated again. So now coming to the shared pane. The first shared pane is that at this stage, wherein the quality check packages are being created on Bluebeam, the aggregation process is very tedious because you have to screen capture every single drawing for that room and then paste it into a file and then update that file every single time. The second pane is basically when the trade contractor is accessing the drawings in the bulletin documents, they do not know which drawing they need to really refer to when it comes to other trade drawings. If it's a plumbing trade contractor, they wouldn't know exactly which drawing of the electrician they should be accessing, but they need to access it when they are installing something on the site, and this becomes their pane. The third shared pane is that the possibility of miscommunication due to different drawing access. Now, as we see clearly, the GC and the trade contractor are using the drawings that is there in the box, whereas the project manager, the architect, and the engineers are using the ones that are there in the architect's box. Because of this, there may be discrepancy in the drawings, and then there may be a problem of communication. Fourth pane is that the PE over here, they are getting a lot of verbal communication from all the trade partners, all the stakeholders who come on the site and do their quality checks. And this can be this can create an overload on the project who's on the site. The fifth and final pane is the scope of error and miscommunication of this info when this is passed on to the project engineer who is in the office. So now what the objective statement is, how might we speed up this quality check process and improve the document control and management on the site in ways that reduce manual tasks and implement a single source document access on site for all stakeholders so that costs are reduced, productivity and efficiency on site is increased. So now coming to the future scenario. So instead of the GC's the box system of record, now we are using BIM 360 field, which is the record. So we know that BIM 360 field is a construction field management software that combines the mobile technology at the point of construction with cloud-based collaboration and reporting. So it has features such as field data management, wherein you can manage the quality, the safety, the commissioning and access with a single platform and executive dashboard. Also, you can personalize the task views and documents with the collaborative project website. Also, one more important thing about the BIM is that you can execute quality checklists, and all these can be tagged directly. So the process in the beginning is similar, wherein the architect sends in the documents, and then so now instead where it changes is here, wherein this document is not uploaded onto the box, but into the BIM 360 field, since it has document management. Now here within itself, BIM 360 field has the capability of creating tags for every single room, and those are consolidated. So now you don't have to have that painstaking process of cropping and pasting and updating the drawings and making it look good. The second thing is you can see that this is an automated process because it all comes under the same box. So you don't have to update the box every single time because everything you do here is directly updated. Then similarly, the packages, the tags, you can create a QR code link for that. And then the link, you create a QR code and you paste it on the site. But now you see that once it's pasted on the site, every single trade partner, stakeholder can use this QR code to access drawings on the site. And and once that is done, if there are any communications that they need to do, there is an issues tab in the BIM 360 field that is also linked with this QR code. So basically what they do is they can directly type in their queries or questions into that issues tab. And after that, it is automatically updated in this. And after that, the project engineer who's in the GC's office, they can access this BIM 360 field and they can just go through all the queries, and then they can send in the RFIs, and then the RFIs go to the project manager of the architect, and then the same cycle starts wherein the updation happens. Now, because of this, the shared gains that is there, the first, as I mentioned, the room-based aggregation and updation is more convenient via the BIM 360 thing. The second gain is all drawings are packaged, making it easier to access and cross-refer. So since it's all in one year, the trade contractor doesn't have to worry about looking exactly which drawing it is. They won't have a communication problem. The third gain is no discrepancy in data, as everyone refers to the same drawing package, which is coming from here. Then the fourth gain is that the QR code access makes it faster for a person to see the room or any area in the site that's currently being inspected. The fourth one is all questions and issues are documented directly, so you don't have to think about the overload that's happening to the project engineer on the site. And this is then easily accessed, which is the gain 5, which is all the documents are easily accessed by the PE, and then they can just send it directly over to the project manager. Now, one interesting thing is I tried both these methods, and then I did a lot of experiment about that. So in this aggregation process, originally it would take around 40 minutes to make a package for one room, whereas now the new thing would reduce that time to 10 minutes, which basically reduces the time by 75% for one room, which is substantial. And over here, for all the other stakeholders and where on the site, when you need to access a drawing, the original time would have been taken 15 minutes to access the drawing that they really wanted to look into. But now that time can be reduced into 5 minutes, which is basically reducing the time by 67%. Now, if you even look at the split screen, you can easily understand that how singular source of truth and the flow of data is so systematic in the future scenario as compared to the one that is there originally, which is a lot of data coming from different places. So this is what I researched on, and I feel it could be beneficial for saving time and also efficiency on the site, because you want things to get done on the site as fast as possible. Yeah, this is my research. Thank you so much.
Great. Well done, John. Round of applause. I think next year we have to have bonus points for innovative use of review. I like that little split screen there. That was cool.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, I mean, I think just the QR code workflow is interesting, as we were talking about. You know, I think that functionality has been inside BIM 360 field for quite a while, but adoption has sort of lagged. I'm curious, Jared, if you've noticed at all from your point of view, if this kind of that you're seeing more of an uptick, like especially since COVID. I feel like QR codes are like all the fad now, or if they're just, yeah, there's just been steady stream. They're so undervalued, I feel like.
Yeah, you know, it's like I was wondering the same thing. I will say anecdotally I've seen more of it, but I don't know if that's just my recency bias. I don't like have the aggregate stats at the ready. But yeah, I mean, it's
we won't hold you to it.
Yeah, it seems like the main thing it's having that we're kind of going into a project management tool versus using Box and you know, things that weren't really designed for that. I'm curious though, is that like John's, is there have you received any resistance? You know, was there any resistance for any of these stakeholders in terms of this new process? It seems rather elegant to me, but I'd be, you know, and I don't know what that resistance might be. But the reactions thus far to this proposed solution that you've seen on the ground, if any?
Yes. So Jared, the one resistance that I saw on the site is that not everyone has a BIM 360 field account.
Sure.
So because of that, they have and like they might think that this should be an issue for them to go forward with it. But I feel this would the benefits of this process would just make it more make people more convinced to use this further into the projects. So that is currently the resistance that I feel is there. But I think that should go away with time and just see the benefits that the whole project is getting.
Yeah, I mean, and that's always going to be a problem implementing a new solution. But you know, with various packaging and pricing strategies that various cloud technologies implement, those certainly aren't insurmountable. So looks good to me. Good job.
Awesome. All right. Well done, John. Another virtual round of applause as we move along quickly. We got